1923 Main Street, home of everything to do with travel in style. I am Mike Belobradic, and I am your solo host this week, as Amelia, lucky Amelia, is off at a trade show. So I will be hosting this week on my own. And I have an interesting follow-up to last week's episode. If you listened to our episode or read the blog post on how to spot clean hoodies or other items while you're traveling, we had some questions about, okay, that's great, but how do I keep my clothes fresh and clean on vacation? I think we've all at one point sat next to the person on the plane or the train or the bus who maybe did not smell so fresh or clean when they were traveling. So it's a really good question, and we have some great tips, real practical tips that can help every traveler to keep your clothes smelling fresh and clean while you're traveling. And this is especially important if you're sort of switching hotel rooms too, or you're packing things back away and taking them out. So let me walk through the 9 ways to keep your clothes smelling fresh and clean while you travel. All right, number 1, pretty straight and simple, air your clothes out overnight. If you're a parent and you have kids in sports, and if you're not, this is what happens, or even if you played sports when you were younger, if you don't air out that sports bag of equipment and clothes after the game, it is going to get pretty ripe in there. So the same goes for your travel clothes. Don't stuff them back in your bag and keep the bag or suitcase closed in your room. Make sure the suitcase is open. Hang your clothes, drape your clothes, whatever it is, the ones you've worn. Fresh air really helps odors to dissipate and get rid of that stale suitcase smell. Even a hanger on the back of a chair, whatever you can do, just air out your clothes, and it'll go a long way to stopping the confined smells that can emerge. All right, number 2, real easy one. Use fabric refreshers or DIY sprays. This is one of my favorites. Let me tell you why. So first of all, travel size fabric refreshers, they can really revive t-shirts, hoodies, shirts, clothes, whatever you're wearing, shorts. And if you want a more natural option than buying one of those sprays at the store, here's what you can do. Mix a small bottle of water with a teaspoon of vodka, yes, vodka, and a few drops of essential oils if you wish, your choice of aroma, and give a light misting to your clothes while they're hanging in your hotel room. This goes a long way towards neutralizing odors and leaving your clothes really feeling fresh and clean without a lot of fragrance or no fragrance. The vodka actually will dissipate, it will evaporate, and it'll take these smells with it. Look it up, it actually works. Don't bring a big size sprayer in the first place, but one way to do this is just bring one of those small travel size bottles of vodka and an empty spray bottle, and then you can mix it yourself in the hotel room. Number 3, pack odor absorbers. Real easy one for your suitcase when it's closed while you travel. There's activated charcoal bags, or there's little pouches of baking soda. You can, make these yourself or buy them in any store, especially where they sell travel items. And this will really get rid of unwanted smells. And another DIY hack, easy one, is to get a dryer sheet between your clothes when you fold them. Really low cost way, and it'll keep your clothes smelling clean and fresh. Another thing to think about ahead of time, number 4 to avoid, is consider that some fabrics naturally resist odor better than others. So cotton blends, lightweight fleeces even, and quick dry materials, they're all really good for travel because they breathe well and they dry quickly, especially after spot cleaning. This is one of the main reasons these are the fabrics we use for our travel hoodies and t-shirts and sweatshirts here at 1923 Main Street, because we designed for travelers. So we have your back. We have this in mind to help you in this way. All right, number 5, sort of like what we talked about last week with spot cleaning, but you can also do a quick sink rinse. So if you have real sweat-prone clothes, or it's a real hot, sweaty day wherever you are and your t-shirt is soaked right through, a real quick rinse in the hotel sink when you get back, even add a little mild soap or shampoo from the hotel room. That will go a long way. Roll the items in a towel before you hang them to dry, because that'll really get out a lot of the water. and then hang them to dry overnight and you should be good to go. Number 6, a very basic point, but something you may not have thought of, is to separate your clean and worn clothes. Don't mix your worn clothes with your fresh clothes in your suitcase or anywhere else if you unpack in the room, because obviously you're just going to transfer the smells you don't want to the fresh smelling things that you do want. So you can use a lightweight laundry bag to keep them separate and then use some of these tips to refreshen the items you've already worn. A bonus tip of this is that when you return home, it makes laundry a lot easier because you don't have to do a full wash. You can only wash the things that were dirty. Tip number 7, take advantage of the natural sunlight. Whenever possible, hang your clothes in sunlight for an hour or two. UV rays, as you know, are naturally odor-killing rays. They kill the bacteria that causes odor. Just avoid leaving dark colors out for too long, obviously, because those same UV rays can fade items, but you're not really going to have them out for that long, ideally. So if you have a room with a balcony, and it won't look unsightly on the outside to other guests, some hotels do have rules, so be sure you're aware of those. Hanging a few items outdoors in this way will even make it a better process. Number 8, this is one I've done quite a bit, especially on business trips where I have a business style shirt, is to use steam to refresh your items. And you don't need to bring a steamer with you. Great, if your upscale hotel has one, that's cool. If not, just hang those items in the bathroom when you're taking a shower or bath, and it's going to get naturally steamy anyway. So put them on a hanger or hang them nearby wherever the hot water is running during your shower. And this will really help to release the wrinkles on those clothes. And it refreshes the fabric at the same time. Usually no ironing required with this route. And number 9, layer smartly. If you're on a long trip or a time of year when layering is going to be a thing, it can really keep the outer items like hoodies or sweatshirts cleaner longer because you're going to have a t-shirt or something else underneath the hoodie. So that means less sweat transfer, less odor transfer, and your hoodie will stay fresh longer and for more wears. So there you go, 9 quick and easy tips for how to keep yourself and your clothes smelling fresh and clean, because the clothes will transfer to you. And hey, who wants to be that person that gets the look, right? I'm also including in the blog post at 1923mainstreet.com a quick FAQ on how to keep your clothes fresh while traveling, some questions you may have. How do I wash clothes in a hotel sink? What fabrics resist odors? How can I make my suitcase smell better? What's the easiest way to refresh clothes without washing them? And how do I avoid mixing dirty and clean clothes? Some of the things we covered here, all written down in the blog post at 1923mainstreet.com. So just remember that traveling light doesn't mean you have to sacrifice freshness. Use these quick hacks, air out your clothes, keep your wardrobe clean and confidence ready for yourself, and of course, check out our versatile travel wear at 1923 Main Street. All right, everyone. Thanks as always for listening. Follow along on social media at 1923 Main Street. Share your tips for keeping your travel clothes fresh and clean. We will see you again next week. And as always, roam freely and wear boldly.